welcome back. Sims Beauty here with another video. So I thought I would jump on and do this video for you guys about forgiveness. I was given this idea from one of my friends on the Insight Timer app, Santa. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's S-A-N-T-H-A. They messaged me this morning, and we had a little conversation about forgiveness. So I thought that I would do a topic on it, and let's get started. So I came up with 3 reasons why you should forgive people. So reason number 1 is it's always important to forgive people, because when you don't, you give that person power over you. So for example, forgiving people who continuously hurt me. So I've had an issue when it came to forgiveness. Like, I used to be one of those people who could hold a grudge for years. Like, it was just like, when I'm hurt, and I don't want to deal with that person. But that's unfair. I feel like, well, according to the Bible, it says that you're going to have to forgive people over and over and over and over again. And you guys know I really don't bring in that whole Christianity part of it. But in this aspect, I'm bringing up just, facts to back up what I'm saying. Even though you guys know that I'm more on a spiritual level than a claiming one denomination type thing. Even though I identify as Christian. So the Bible talks about continuously forgiving people. And if you think about it, when we talk about the divine source, light, the universe, whoever it is that you believe in, or whatever it is that you believe in, it's important to forgive, because those entities continuously forgive us, because we are human. And because we're human, it means that we're not perfect, and that we're going to continue to sin over and over and over again. So if those entities can forgive us, and say, you're a human and therefore it's okay, or for any other type of entity to say, I'm going to sacrifice myself for you, I feel like it's important for us to do the same thing that, the divine is doing for us. So forgiving people, even though they hurt you continuously. Now, just because you forgive someone does not mean that you have to deal with these people. It doesn't mean that you have to be best friends with them. It doesn't mean that these people have to be in your space. Only thing that forgiveness is doing is letting you release that hurt, harm, fear, whatever it is that you're holding on to, is giving you the ability to let those things go. Because if you think about it, like I said, I used to hold a grudge. Now, I'm the one sitting up here mad for years and years and years and years and years on end, while the other person is living a life. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like you're harming yourself by holding on to these negative feelings, instead of just forgiving a person and letting it go. And I know there's a lot of instincts where it could be hard to do that. Like, if someone took your loved one's life or something like that, I could see how it could be hard to forgive people. But I feel like it's important to do it. My second tip is you block your blessings. So when you don't forgive people, you kind of, it's like karma. Whatever you put out in the world, whatever you put out in the universe, those are the things that come back to you. So if you're angry, you have a bunch of negative energy, you're not forgiving people, I feel like in a way you're blocking your blessings. You're stopping good things from happening in your life, because you're so engulfed by these feelings of whatever it is that the person did to you. So I feel like, again, in order to move forward, you have to let a lot of hurt go. And I'll give you guys an example, because I use myself as an example all the time. So when I first met my husband, I was 19 years old. He was 28 years old. And we was together for like almost a year. Yeah, like maybe a year. Like either almost a year or a year. I can't remember. But I ended up getting pregnant with our son, and then we broke up. So I would say we was together maybe up until I was like maybe 5 or 6 months pregnant, because I had a hard pregnancy with my middle son. So we was together, and a lot of stuff transpired during that time. So when we broke up, I was hurt. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Again, I had already had the dream that was the person I was going to marry. I'm like, oh my God, it can't be right. A lot of stuff transpired. I was very angry at my husband, and it took me years, like 4 whole years to let that go. And when I finally did let it go, it wasn't anything that happened. It wasn't like, oh, he hurt himself or he almost died. It wasn't that. It was just like, I had to check myself. It was like, Tisha, you're literally walking around upset to the point where you feel like you hate this person, right? To the point that you feel like you hate this person. And it's been 4 years. And I had to let that whole hurt go, even though I felt like, oh, I should have been treated better or whatever the case may be. I had to let that go. And once I let that go, like once I forgave him for everything that happened, our relationship got like a lot better. And it's not like, oh, I forgave him when we started dating again right off the bat. No, it didn't happen that way. It was like I forgave him. And then it went from me calling him twice a year to make sure he was alive to us talking on a regular basis. It felt good to let that hurt go, because it really hindered his relationship with our son, his family's relationship with our son, our relationship as two co-parents, and it just caused a lot of stress and hurt, and I felt a lot better. I actually felt like a weight was lifted off of me once I forgave him. And then after that, I think about within a year or two, that's when we decided to get back together. So just like that. So like, say I would have continued to stay mad at him, we wouldn't be together now. We wouldn't have been married for 12 years. We wouldn't have been 14 years in. It wouldn't have happened if I allowed those feelings to continue. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so that was my second tip. You have to learn how to forgive and let those blessings come through. And then I have a note down here. It says, when you don't forgive people, you block and halt your blessings from happening in your life. And then just talked about holding on to the hurt that someone else has caused you can lead you to hurt people. So when they talk about that, hurt people, like when a person is hurt, they hurt someone else. That is a true statement. And yeah, I try to really be cognizant about my mood. Like, I am an Aquarius, so I'm moody by nature. Like, I could be happy one minute and then upset the next minute. I'm also an empath, so I pick up everybody's energies. And sometimes the way that I'm acting may not be my own feelings. So it's a lot to go into that. But yes, hurt people. So you think about like R. Kelly's situation. I hate to bring it up, but his sister did something to him that was wrong. Very, 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 very wrong. And then he turned around and did something that was like, both of the acts, the sister, what she did to him and what he did to other people, it was egregious. Like, but now we can see how something like somebody hurting someone can trickle and, and affect a whole lot more people. So that's what I'm saying when I say hurt people. That is a true statement. So I don't want to hurt anybody. Therefore, I need to release those feelings into the universe, let them recycle naturally, and let it turn into positive energy and call it a day. Like, it's really not my cross to bear. So, and then, let's see what else. Oh, I left a note to myself. Sorry, I'm still on tip number 2. I'm sorry this video is all over the place. I just came from food shopping, so I'm a bit tired, and then I'm trying to record before the sun goes down. So I wrote a note to myself. It says, hurt people, and it is for God to handle the transgressions of others, what others have done to us, right? That's God or the divine's responsibility to handle those things. So it's like, if somebody comes and rob your house, it's no need for you to want to go and kill these people, because God will handle it. Believe it. It really will happen. And then I just said it. It's not our cross to bear. So when we talk about being upset with people, being angry at people, that's really not our cross to bear. That's the other person's cross to bear. So if someone hurts me, right? If someone comes up to me and smack me in the face, that doesn't mean I have to be like, oh, okay, it's all right, we're friends. No, I forgive you for hitting me, but I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to have you in my space. I'm not going to have you in my physical, private area. None of that. I'm going to back up instead of me hauling off and hitting you back. And then I'll let you feel bad for what you did, especially if it wasn't brought on by anything. Even if somebody triggers you, just let it be. So yeah, it's not your cross to bear. Let that hurt fall onto somebody else. And I'm so sorry about my shirt, y'all. It's a medium today. I'm really surprised. My husband's been doing laundry for the last couple of months, and my clothes are shrinking. So what I talked about. So another example, hurt people. For me, I can use this for me. The thing with my surgeon. So the first surgery that I had, and it severed my pharynx nerve. That hurt, like, and I'm still struggling. So when people say, oh, well, it's not that easy to forgive, I get it, because I'm still struggling with forgiving that doctor for treating me the way that he did. But I feel like I'm getting better. Like, I'm almost getting closer to the point of forgiveness, because my mind frame, like the way I think about it, is a lot different. I need to stop looking at one particular way and just look at it another way. Like, okay, well, you know, the time, the statute of limitations might have passed. Don't worry about that portion. Just worry about trying to inform other people of how to be careful for this not to happen. You know, making the videos, letting people know that if something similar did happen, you're providing them with the help. But that because of that situation, it caused me not to trust other doctors. Now, I'm not going to say all doctors I don't trust, but there has been, like, I don't know, I get this feeling from doctors when they're trying to blow me off, and I don't like that feeling. So yeah, I have to learn how to come to terms with my accident and how to move forward. And then the last thing is, it takes a lot of energy to stay mad at someone, which is so true. If you think about it, when you feel the emotion of anger, like, think about it. You want to hurt somebody. Sometimes you're crying, you're emotional. And then after all that, you feel drained and you're tired, and that person has moved on and they're not even thinking about you or how you feel. Even when I talk about the grudges that I used to hold, it took so much energy and effort to not talk to people. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know how hard it is to be at a family function with someone and they're in the same room as you, but you have to pretend like they're not there? That takes a lot of energy and effort, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. When it comes to your energy, you must protect it. You have to protect it. It's like, it's very sacred, your energy. Like, people don't realize, like, everybody doesn't deserve your energy. That's another reason why you need to forgive people, because they don't deserve the energy. They don't deserve to have that piece of you bothering you every single day, or every time you hear this person's name, or every time you have to go somewhere to a family function or family gathering. It's not worth being mad at people. Just let it go. Now, these people may say, well, oh, this person might be mad at me, or, oh, I'm not going to call Tisha because I know she mad. That's because people, my husband always say, guilt will make you tilt. When you know that you done something wrong, it's a normal reaction for you to assume what that other person is thinking, right? But if you really, 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 really think about it, if you don't harm or hurt anybody in any type of way, then there should be no reason why people are mad. Not saying that's always the case, but what I'm saying is, if you don't hurt anybody or, hurt anybody's feelings or do anything that's inappropriate or whatever the case may be, then there's no reason for you to be like, well, I'm not going to call Tisha because she's mad. Like, you can't assume that. Like, people say, oh, I didn't call you because I felt like you ain't want to be bothered. But how would you know that unless you called me? You thought you did something to me that I probably shouldn't talk to you for, but I'm not that type of person. I'm one of them type of people. If somebody do something to me, I'm going to experience the emotion. I'm going to forgive that person. I'm going to let it go for the easier things. I'm still working. I'm still a work in progress. I'm not claiming to be perfect, but I have forgiven people for major, major things. I have forgiven people for me holding grudges for many, 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 many years. I've forgiven people. And once I forgave these people, the relationship that we had blossomed. And it was like, we could have been here 15 years ago. We could have been here a year ago, a day ago, a week ago, if we would have just came together, said what we had to say, and let it go. Forgiveness is so important. Forgiveness is important, especially when you had a spiritual awakening, because a lot, like I said before, a lot of past trauma that I went through and I kind of stuffed those feelings down, that stuff came back up and I had to deal with it. So for me, it's better to just go ahead and deal with it right off the bat instead of wait and keep pushing it down and then having a nervous breakdown. And it's not worth it. So I hope these tips was helpful. I hope this video wasn't all over the place. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave any comments down below if you choose to. Let me know if you ever had to forgive somebody over something that was really big. Did it or has it changed your relationship in any way? Yeah, I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. So if no one told you that you are enough today, you are just the way you are with no strings attached. And if no one told you that they love you today, I love you. So until next time, peace, love, and blessings. Until the next one, guys.